is CBS News Miami.
And good afternoon, I'm Jim Barry. Welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look now at today's top stories. And we're learning more about the arrest of actor William Levy in Weston. Levy's real name is William Gutierrez. He spoke briefly after he got out of jail. Police arrested him at a restaurant in Weston Monday night. They say he was causing a disturbance while being highly intoxicated. Deputies say they told him to leave several times before placing him under arrest. Levy says he was just trying to play peacemaker and de-escalate an argument when he was placed in handcuffs.
Sir, you're charged with 2 counts. One is disorderly intoxication, public place causing a disturbance. The other is a trespass charge.
I had a few drinks, obviously, but I was not intoxicated.
Levy moved to the United States from Cuba as a teen. He gained fame starring in telenovelas. He also appeared in several American films and TV shows, including Dancing with the Stars. Well, family, friends, and constituents gathered today to honor the memory of Miami Commissioner Manolo Reyes. A procession and memorial was held at Miami City Hall today before a mass at St. Michael's Church. Reyes passed away last Friday after a long battle with cancer. Reyes was in his second term representing District 4 and had recently announced plans to run for mayor of Miami. Mayor Francis Suarez and family members shared their memories of Reyes.
On behalf of our family, we are honored and humbled by this beautiful gesture, that you would welcome us here one final time. This beautiful City Hall, which will forever be part of our family story. We will always treasure it.
Manolo Reyes was 80 years old.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Next weather meteorologist Dave Warren joining us now. And Dave, the weather has been spectacular lately.
Spectacular dry. Might have to throw a little breeze in there though right now, and it's all with a front. Typically when we talk about cold fronts, we talk about showers, storms, and a cooler breeze. Not with this one. It's just barely visible here on this satellite picture. You can see it though, working its way in from the north. It is bringing in drier air. That's why there's no clouds north of Lake Okeechobee here, but here in South Florida, a bit warm, just a few clouds moving through the area, but no rain with this front here. Clouds are moving north to south. They'll continue to work their way through the area. Temperatures have climbed into the mid-80s. They'll be dropping into the 70s here overnight tonight. The winds will start to pick up just a bit, though. They're coming in right from the north there. They'll get pretty gusty over the next few days, especially here to the south. As this front comes through, it's to our south tomorrow. We're still calling it warm. We'll drop the humidity a little bit, and the breeze starts to pick up. Now, it goes from breezy to windy, gusty breeze Friday and Saturday, all because this area of high pressure is passing by just to our north here. As that moves out Sunday, we'll take the gusty breeze out of the forecast, but we do see a little moisture trying to work its way into the area here. At least for now, we're keeping showers out of the forecast till at least the end of the weekend. It will get windy though. Very calm when you wake up tomorrow morning. Then it gets gusty. Gusty in the afternoon, coming in right from the east to northeast here, gusting 20-25 miles an hour, and it gets even stronger Thursday night to Friday. Starts relatively calm with a light breeze, but really gusty wind here. The wind continuing to gust right from the east and working its way through the area here. A little drier air coming in now, but eventually we put showers in the forecast as a little moisture starts to push back in the area. High pressure controls our weather. The storms with any significant rainfall continuing to go just to our north here, but we do start to see a little spots of green here and there, indicating we may start to put rain showers into the forecast here, at least Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We are dry until then, and very, very low rain chances. Eventually we'll get a little more moisture pushing into the area here. In the Atlantic waters tomorrow, there's no alerts. The winds out of the northeast 10 to 15 knots. In the Keys, the northeast wind 10 to 15 knots, but no alerts. We may see that become pretty gusty here, so be on the lookout for caution notices or even a small craft advisory throughout the weekend. If you want to take the boat out, could get a little gusty here. We'll keep rain chances down, but not as breezy Sunday as we increase the clouds just a bit. We should be able to hit 83 degrees tomorrow, middle of the afternoon, and in the next weather 7-day forecast, we say breezy, gusty wind by Friday, Saturday, beginning to taper off, get a little calmer Sunday. We start to put showers back in the forecast and keep temperatures in the mid-80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Looks pretty comfy. All right, Dave, thank you. Tonight, the City of Doral is expected to join their growing number of local governments across the state planning to help enforce federal immigration policies. The program is called 287G, and it allows local police officers to perform different functions, which include executing immigration warrants. Many law enforcement departments in Florida have opted to take part in the model after a mandate from Governor Ron DeSantis. The measure in Doral is expected to pass at tonight's City Council meeting. We're going to hear from Doral residents, many of whom, of course, hail from Venezuela, coming up at 5. Meantime, a Democratic senator from Maryland is on his way to El Salvador. It's in hopes of visiting the man mistakenly deported to that country and held in a prison there. CBS News Miami's Natalie Brand has the latest.
This is about the rule of law. This is about due process.
Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland left for El Salvador this morning, where he hopes to speak to government officials about Kilmer Abrego Garcia, mistakenly deported last month.
We are not going to stop fighting for his return until he is actually released.
Administration attorneys say they would facilitate Abrego Garcia's return as the Supreme Court ordered, but maintain it's up to El Salvador to release him. And officials say if he is returned, he will face deportation again.
If somehow he comes back and that happens, he's going to be detained and removed again.
The administration continues to say Abrego Garcia is an MS-13 gang member based on allegations from a confidential informant. His attorney and family dispute it.
Our family is torn apart during this scary time, and our children miss their dad so much.
In a separate high-profile case, CBS News was there as federal agents took green card holder and Palestinian activist Mohsen Madawi into custody during a citizenship appointment. Attorneys for the Columbia University student told CBS News that federal agents cited a rarely used law allowing deportations if the Secretary of State decides someone poses adverse foreign policy consequences for the U.S.
I want people to know that my compassion extended beyond the Palestinian people. My compassion is also for the Jewish people and for the Israelis as well.
Madawi's attorney is petitioning for his release, saying he's being punished for protected speech. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
A South Florida grandmother who has lived here for 35 years says she now lives in fear of being deported. So now she has gone into hiding. CBS News Miami's Betty Nguyen has her story.
I came here illegally, but I'm not a criminal.
This grandmother, who wants to remain anonymous, says she and her husband illegally crossed the Mexico-U.S. border 35 years ago.
That's my biggest fear, to get caught. I will have to leave my family. And that's the hard part for me. I won't be able to see my son to graduate. I won't be able to see my grandchildren grow up.
They are now in hiding, worried they'll get picked up by Highway Patrol on a routine trip to work. She's a house cleaner and he's a construction worker. Florida officers can now execute immigration enforcement. They can stop, interrogate, and detain anyone suspected of being in the U.S. illegally. Immigration attorney Angelica Jimenez says undocumented immigrants in the country for less than 2 years are especially at risk.
Those individuals are being put into expedited removal. This means that those individuals do not see a judge.
She says the only possible hope is expressing a credible fear of returning to your country.
What they have to give you is a credible fear interview. If you pass it, you're likely to see a judge. Okay? If you don't pass it, the most you can do is appeal.
For those like this grandmother who has been here for decades,
I work my butt off every single day. I don't have no criminal record, no food stamps, no nothing. I was paying everything from my pockets, no help.
You paid your taxes?
Yes, I paid my taxes for 3 decades.
All of this could help her case, but she says she's afraid to come forward and risk being deported to Mexico.
I don't have nobody in my country. Nobody left. My mom died, my dad died, my 2 sisters and my brother died.
If you're here longer than 2 years, what's the process?
Definitely keep with you maybe a folder where you can backtrack and start from the date that you arrived here in the United States, so you have proof that you have been physically here, present in the United States over 2 years.
But the rules are rapidly changing, and now all undocumented immigrants over the age of 14 must register with the Department of Homeland Security or face civil and even criminal penalties.
Not only do you have to register, but you have to carry the proof of registration. And if they don't have it on hand, they could be prosecuted as well.
All of which keeps this grandmother in hiding, hoping to find a path to citizenship.
And one of the dreams is one day to stay here legally in this country with my family together, all of us.
For you, that's the American dream.
Yes, that's my American dream.
And that was Betty Wynn reporting. If you have a relative who's being detained, you can seek to find them by going to locator.ice.gov. Well, coming up, a consumer alert, how AI is causing a jump in the number of scam websites.
Catch the fish for free. Marlins Phillies. Friday night baseball only on CW33.
Well, a warning this afternoon. It is about AI making it easier than ever to dupe people. A new report by Microsoft says it took down almost 500 malicious web domains last year and stopped about 1.6 million bot sign-up attempts every hour. Experts explain how you can tell the difference between someone using AI for a legitimate reason versus someone creating a scam.
We detect the bot sites, and then we do a lot of work to take down the bot sites. And given the intelligence that we have, we've also been able to help law enforcement with that intelligence so they can take actions.
Now, experts say websites highlighting a limited time deal may indicate a scam. They also say look for typos, especially in the URL. Some of these sites may clone or try to mimic real companies. Well, that does it for CBS News Miami's Quickcast. We'll see you once again for CBS News Miami beginning at 5 p.m. I'm Jim Barry. Have a great afternoon.